Hello everyone, this is MCreator, and welcome to our video today. I'm showing you how to make team/factions with MCreator 2020.5. What you want to do is you want to go to variables, and now we're calling this new variable called team. And we're going to be making the variable type a number and setting it to player persistent. We're setting the initial value to 0 because 0 will be the neutral, 1 will be the evil, and 2 will be the positive. So now what we can do is go back to mod elements, and here we will create our first overlay. So this right here will be called the neutral. That didn't seem right. That didn't seem right either. Neutral. Probably spelling. I'm just gonna spell it like this. I don't really care honestly. Neutral faction overlay. It's not components to grid. And what we're gonna do is we're going to be going to rendering priority here and go to highest. What I'm going to do now is I'm getting the text, and it will say neutral faction. Can't spell. There we go. We're going to be setting the text color to white, and we're just placing it right there. We're going to be creating another overlay. Well, actually, we can just duplicate this, and this right here will be the negative faction overlay. All we have to do is just change the text here to negative. I'm going to be duplicating this again, and we're calling this positive faction overlay. There we go, and renaming this. Saving mod element now. So we're going to be going back to our variable here because we actually have to use this variable. So I'm going to mod elements, go to procedure here, and then now this right here will actually be the neutral faction condition. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to flow control, if custom variables, get global team, and then actually not get global team. We need to get global team. Logic here, getting the number equals block here. I'm gonna math and get this number input block here. So if the team is equal to 1, it will return true. There we go. I'm just duplicating the return block, and it will duplicate the true block as well and turn that to false. What we can do now is we can actually, if it's a neutral, we actually have to set this one to 0, and we duplicate this. This will be the negative faction. Can't spell faction overlay. Whoops, not overlay. I meant to say condition. Negative faction condition. This right here will be set to 1. Duplicating that, and this right here will be the positive faction condition. Oops. So it'll be here set to 2 to make sure that that is correct here. Actually, yeah, that is. Basically, this right here is the base for the determining the overlays here. So now we're going to be going back to our neutral faction overlay, and we'll be selecting the neutral faction condition as display overlay in game if save mod element, and it's doing the same. The rest for each of the corresponding teams. Negative is the negative faction condition, and positive is the positive faction condition. So now we have the base of our teams here, and what you can do now, I meant to say factions, or team/factions really. Now what you can do is you can add a bunch more conditions and stuff for different factions. If you really want to, you can make a score system, kind of like in the Lord of the Rings mod, where it determines every single point that you have, and if you kill a certain person, you will get some more points. If you help another team, you can get other points. Really, you can do a lot with these factions, but also what you have to do is you have to make something that will actually add the faction. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting this thing called a faction block. faction block negative, and I'm just going to be creating a really amazing texture here. It's going to be super good. It's going to be a circle. That's not a circle, that's a square. Circle. There we go, that's a circle. And I'm calling this hi, because why not? Very creative, I know. And then we're going to properties, and actually what we're going to do is just go to traders here. One block right clicked. I'm going to make it so that it'll just set your global team to 1, and then I'll create another one that is exactly the same here. Faction block positive. And this right here is just to showcase the actual factions in action. We can go to custom variables, set global team to there, and now everything should work in game. So as I was saying with the conditions here, you can make it so that mobs won't attack you if you have a certain faction. Underneath some other conditions and stuff, I recommend that you watch Northwest Tree's video about conditions and stuff, because you can use these same conditions and stuff to make a lot more complex things. I just wanted to show the base of these factions here, but now that our game has loaded, hopefully, I can see there in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the neutral faction, and if we get our faction block here, we can place down both of them here. They're black textures because I forgot to set one of the settings. You can see here we have the negative faction and positive faction. That's how you can set these things. It is pretty simple. This is almost exactly what I did with my fates, except these are a bit more complex because I made my fates like really badly. So yep, these are the factions here, and you can even make more, such as like really positive factions or really negative factions. You can make like in-between factions or factions that are determined for your entire dimension, or things that will reset your faction. You can really do a lot of things with variables, and that is what the factions use. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that red subscribe button, because we are gaining a lot of subscribers really recently, so I thank you so much for that. See you guys next time, and goodbye, guys.